Good evening. Well, we're in the harbor down in Norfolk this evening because there's been no time during the day to go out in the daylight and do a walk and talk. So I'm kind of doing a stand by the water to bring you up to date on some concerns I have, some thoughts I have. And since on my mind are things, I don't know, green and safe for soil and water, I'm paying attention to Michigan Governor Whitmer, who has taken the step of taking a position on solar, on farmland, and that she says that by 2040 she hopes to have 100% clean energy. Now that's quite a statement, and that's pretty powerful, and she intends more than that. She intends to have the state have an exchange of large-scale renewables. And so that's an important thing, and she may lead the nation in it. Of course, like everybody else, I'm a little concerned when somebody says they're going to do something and they put it off for 10 or 20 years. So that's somewhat of a concern. Now, as I say this, we have other things going on. COP28, we have people talking about protocols to protect the world at this Enviro Summit. And they're talking about, well, some of the obvious things, which is what do we do about the pollution? How do we cure it? Can we cure it? Is it too late? Have we, as Jim Hansen has been concerned, passed the pivot point? And the answer to that question is we don't know. But there is a lot going on that suggests that we're going to have to try to claw back to where we need to be so that we have a chance of avoiding the ultimate penalties for not reining in global warming. So we have a hope that we're going to slash 30% of our global warming and our numbers by so many years from now. And we hope the intent is serious, but we won't know until we see if the governments do what they said they would do before. Will they do it this time? But I am encouraged that the Vice President has been leading the charge on this. This has been one of her assignments, and it's an important one, because as we see, there's so much that can go wrong, and we've already suffered so much as it is. In fact, I had a conversation this evening with another friend of mine who is also active in the soil and water conservation districts, and we were talking about how do you deal with solar without compromising farmland. And the answer in part is protect prime farmland, take on the manufacture of food here that will not exist in the West because of the extraordinary droughts. And in addition, why don't we do something to use the roofs of places for solar cells? And why don't we take that land that is not farmable and not marketable and use that land? And so what we need to do is to find a compromise so that we can have, well, a better prospect than we have today of storms getting worse, of people suffering and dying, of businesses failing, of all of these things that are as a result of global warming. Now, over in the other part of the world, in the Middle East, what do we have? We have them shooting down drones now. Israel is shooting down drones in the Red Sea. The U.S. warship is shooting them down. And we don't have further reports at the time I'm talking to you, and I've been attending meetings all day. So you may have an answer that I do not have, but this is pretty seriously of concern to us, because it suggests that war may break out in other dimensions than where they've existed between Hamas and Israel and the border of Palestine with the Hezbollah from Lebanon. So these are very serious problems. And then we have new reports today about children overdosing on fentanyl. And the thing that upsets me is when you obtain illegally a drug that you think is oxycodone, or maybe you even believe it's fentanyl and you don't have any idea what you do, then you suffer from that. And that's the problem. It's the illicit market. And people keep screaming about cutting back on the pain medication that people need, ignorant of the fact that that's not the problem. This is a conflation by those that want to suppress any pain medication at all under any circumstance. So here I am down by the shore, and under ideal conditions to give you a report. And there's a stranger over here that I'm going to see if she's willing to talk to us. So I may lose the light. If I do, I'll talk to you again tomorrow. But I want you to see that Holly is with me down here. There she is. And until tomorrow, if I can get to a place to talk, I'll do that. All the best. Bye-bye. Say good night, Holly.
Good night.